First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now Trubisky on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Come on, let's go. Shoot! Ball shot!
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
First down, Bears.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. On third down, Trubisky. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Duvon Kennard. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Kill. Hey, easy. Mike.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Double right. Here we go.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the screen. Check 32. Mike 5'9".
Back to throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Blue 60. Check, 59. I'm coming after you. Bang.
So first down carry here for Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double right. Get in the weight room.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
180. Line 59. Watch the run.
Here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. White. SOS.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Chicago.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Get up. 180. I'm good. Where to work? Where to work? Shoot.
On first down, it's Cohen. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford over the middle, complete. That's Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stafford looks to throw again. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
I'm coming back.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Slam, slam, slam.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's a baby soft.
And the blitz does come. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
All day, dog.
C.J. Anderson to the game. He gets it here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's get some penetration. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 22. 58, Mike. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
That 180. Yeah, Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey. Motion, motion, motion. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
On first down, Stafford here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. Roy. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Get ready. Zebra. 58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Hey, tighten down. Hey, Haywood. 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic. Hey, that QB's trash.
To throw again. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Lady, 59. I'm coming for you. Alert.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy. Motion. Easy, alert. I smell fear.
Throwing is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? This looks like a free play for Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now after the penalty, they'll try again here on 3rd and goal.
Check 43. Monday. 58 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
General West.
58 to Mike. Go 58 to Mike. Ricky.
53. Ready. 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
It's going to be a long day.
To throw is Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here comes Cohen. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. Touchdown, Chicago! Troy Burton. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter. What we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here. And now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, 2nd one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 22-yard line.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
58 to Mike. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got Curse. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To the air again, Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Throwing again. Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. On first down, it's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Easy, easy. 10, 10.
58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here I come.
Hey.
Shift. Watch the shift. Watch the edge.
Omaha, ready, move.
Go 58 to Mike.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Exit.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Hey, 22.
58 to Mike. 58.
Now Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trubisky to throw. The catch made by Miller. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Davis. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Right. He's down right here. Down on the right.
Again, it's Davis. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get a